As you all know, the agenda behind these sessions that okay, uh, we can review the entire things, as well as let's have a mega session so that we can have a great discussion forum to recover so many things, not only about the technical things, but as well as professional and career oriented things also. You can ask a query, as well as I can guide you for this all the queries you have related to the career, IT career and all. Today, first of all, I'm going to cover the topic, okay, related to the SDLC, software development life cycle. But before understanding a software development life cycle, we all need to understand one point, that what is software? We need to consider it as a product. Most of the time we make a mistake that software is not a product sort of, because it's everything is, in case of software, everything is virtual. We cannot touch that product. Means we have a feel that product means which we can touch, which we can smell, sort of things are there, that are only the products. But try and understand my concern about the product. Okay, the way we have a feel about the product, in the similar manner we need to, as a software techies, right, as a software like production, like if you want to be a career in the software, you need to understand one thing, that like all other products, software also is a product, right? Means there is a, means like there is a we need to create the idea, we need to work on the idea, we need to have analysis, we need to have a production, pre-sale, post-sale, marketing, everything. So the idea behind this entire session is that only coding, okay, won't work. Coding is a part of development, but don't you guys think that without proper analysis, without what to code for, why to code for, what objectives we are going to achieve through the coding, okay, that idea should be very clear, that answer should be very clear with us. Means if you ask me what is exactly the software means, or how we can explore the career in software, so you should be more logical, you should be more analytical, you should be more expressive, right? Just like while selling the product, the marketing guys will elaborate the features of it. As a consumer, you take that product in hand, smell it, touch it, feel it, the packing of it, the MRP of it, like this. Okay, just like I'm giving an example to you. In the similar manner, the same thing is actually we need to consider about the software as well. Means while establishing career in the software technology, we should not be a monotonous that okay, I should learn many languages, I should expert in many languages, and that's it, I can able to establish my software career. This is not the complete thing, actually, to be very frank. You need to, you need to think about various other things as well, right? So in today's entire sessions, okay, you can interrupt me anytime, because as it's a session for you guys. Rahul did a some good work, that he had put some questions on the email also. I will try to answer all those queries, right, which will related to the how to build the strengths, and how to like establish a good software career, that are queries related to you. make it an open forum so that like my experience in the IT, obviously I'm a different individual. I'm having a, I work for my own my on my own skills. So but I'll share the ideas by which you guys can also explore and have a great career ahead in the IT, right? So let us start as you now understand one point. That point is software as a product means like from today onwards, you just like the way as a consumer point of view, the way you think that okay, these features has to be available in that product, or just like understand the case studies of the popular products, the popular soap or popular perfume or anything else. So the way that product development life cycle, or the continuous research and the advertisement and the analysis and the way they attract the consumers, or the way they provide the best product to the society in the similar manner, that kind of motive and intentions has to be there in the software development also, right? So before going for any development, first of all we need to understand the development life cycle of it. So first, software development life cycle comes as a requirement analysis. Okay, what is the requirement, or what is the requirement of that particular product? So obviously whenever when in just like in the other products, there has to be the manufacturer, there has to be the investors of that product, and they want to make a business out of it, they want to provide the services to the society and the mankind. In the similar manner in softwares also, there has to be there will be then certain ideas. I'll give you some of the, like, look here, that SDLC, software development life cycle, has to go through this all the phases. There has to be the planning phase, there has to be the analysis phase, there has to be the design phase, there has to be the implementation phase, maintenance phase. And in this manner that SDLC, software development life cycle, goes on, right? So there is another diagram which give you the much more idea about the software development life cycle. The first part is about the ideation, means before going for any product or any services, actually software comes under the category of services. You are providing services to the client. Your software is a product which is designed and defined for with certain features to provide the certain services to the end user. So the first phase comes of a ideation, right? Means there has to be certain idea, there has to be certain idea on which comes in somebody's mind. Look at about like your Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Office, Linux, your Google, right? Every product having certain features, having certain services to offer. Just like the product, they have certain features, they have certain what I can say, the objectives to achieve, and that objectives they provide to the end user. So ideation, ideas plays a very vital role in case of software development. So these ideas can come to anyone, believe me, but to it is not that only the Bill Gates will get the idea, only the Facebook owner will get the idea, only the, it's not like that. Most of the time we demotivate ourselves, right? That if everyone have an idea, but everyone will not work on that idea to make it into reality. So the person who never like explore about the ideas, lack of ideas means you can't able to generate the solutions of it. What is solution? Solution means you have to work on certain ideas to derive the end results. So you should like if you should have many ideas, right? It doesn't mean that all the ideas will lead towards the grateful solutions. It is not like that. But whenever you have a queries, you should have the means according to me, idea will provide the probable solutions of the queries. So so what will be the future product, or if you have a product in your in front of you, right? So you should have like enhancements ideas of it. I take it in the two ways. You can create the product or the services which is not exist in this world. That is one thing. Probably you talk about the Apple and all. So they work the main feature of that. Okay, the features of them is not exist in the world. That kind of stuff. Sir. In that manner also that it will work and provide the services. But if you think about the Microsoft, what Microsoft will do, they will not think about the unique ideas. They will whatever the existings are there, they enhance it. Are you getting my point? These are the two ways. First of all, with the idea generations, you should work it on the ideas which is not exist in the world, right? So that also works over there. So obviously, it's a uniqueness. So every product and every service have a unique selling potential. So I just give an example of Apple, right? So they worked with the uniqueness. There is nothing product like them or nothing. There are services which are not exist in the any other products, right? But uniqueness. And the second is I give an example of a Microsoft. They may not be the unique product, but they have the unique features available in that product. Means like the things which are similar features available, but which is the best one, or the that idea is not unique, but the services they enhanced it. So in this manner, ideation is a very important role. Don't close your brain for the ideas, right? Sometimes if you are closing your brain for the idea, it may be that idea may not be great, that idea may be average, but appreciate yourself that okay, this is the idea, at least you have an idea to through with it, right? So don't afraid to give the ideas. If you have an ideas, give it. Can we do it like this? Okay, can we have certain things, means like instead of keeping mum, instead of no ideas, a brain without idea, I don't think so that we call it as a brain, or that is called as logic. Okay, you should have something, right or wrong, no one knows. Do you get one policy that there is nothing called as, because if you are dealing with the future or certain, you can't predict that okay, this idea only works. Do you think that whenever the idea of Microsoft comes, like everyone like that, Michael Bill Gates have a like assurity that okay, it will work? No, it's not like that. So out of the lakhs of ideas, out of crores of ideas, only few works. But it doesn't mean that because of the failure rate is more, we are not supposed to work it on this, right? Simple things over there, you have to work it out. So the main key area is whenever there is a question arises, you should have at least an idea to throw with it, right or wrong, that is like that would like matters. What is right, you have to actually when whatever the idea comes in mind, right? If you yourself feel that that is the best one, follow it, make it enhanced, through with it, discuss it, try to prove your point and make it correct, and try to like try to uh, complete that, try to finish that, and try to prove it correct, sort of, right? Means as I told you, no one knows the future, but to derive the solution of that particular problem, you should have an idea. So prove it correct, sort of. This is what things are. So ideation, brainstorming sessions, you should be part of. You should be part of a debate. You should be have an idea how to resolve that problem, how to overcome that, so like that problems. What is the strategy of that particular to overcome that? That kind of ideas, brainstorming sessions, ideas should be there to to solve a particular problem, right? So that is what ideation means. You should be part of that all the steps. Yes, if I right now also ask the questions, what kind of features you are expecting in the future software, and if you're if you don't have any idea, right? No one sees that. Okay, but like at least that idea should be convincing to the stakeholders. Idea should be wherever you are in the part of that any sessions, you should have certain ideas, and ideas will never comes by comes by simply copycatting the things over there, or you can google out for the idea. No, like it's not like that, right? It should be unique, and it should be think and process by you yourself. That kind of subs are there. So for that reason, to enhance it, or to produce a good idea, you should be like the very simple thought process is, you should be part of such sessions. At the same time, you should motivate yourself that okay, you can able to provide certain solutions. Okay, you should be your idea should be appreciated. So first of all, you part of such kind of process. At the same time, you should able to provide try to speak it out, whether it is right or wrong. That is as I told you, nothing is right and nothing is wrong. You have to prove whether that idea seems wrong also, but you have to prove it right also, right? So this is what the one thing. So as I told you that my today's agenda is not to teach you certain looping and branching and this thing. These are all the key features everywhere else we have to do, right? Most of the times questions arises in your mind that okay, uh, how to build the logic. Many of people ask me the questions how to build a logic. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Professionally, I'm having a 25 years of experience. There is nothing concept called as okay, you cannot build anybody's logic or everybody like that. The logic means, as I told you right now, you appreciate yourself, come up with the ideas, don't keep mum, come up with the ideas, express the ideas, share the ideas, appreciate somebody's ideas. That is what actually the key feature in the software developments, right? So after that, let us discuss about the requirements. Now requirements, as I told you, right, like in a SDLC, okay, requirement analysis means now there is a confirm that idea is already there. The investors is actually working on certain ideas. They will invest on that idea. Now you have to make a requirement analysis as a software developer, as a software whichever the like position you are working, right? Here in these sessions I'm going to give you that okay, what are the various positions are available in the IT company. We are just like most of the times concerned about that. Software IT means the software developer, right? So yes, there is a key feature called as software development, but development is one of the part of it. Before ideation, before requirements, before designs, you can't go for the development, right? And there are many other features as well. So every feature, every phase have a equal importance. It is not like that only the coder who knows about certain programming language can do the coding and complete the software. It is not like that. Or develop the software. It is not like that. You may be the good at coding means what, but like you should know what to do, why to do, what features need to be completed, and how it can be completed. It is not just a matter of looping, branching, arrays, functions, and all. These are the key, like that language features are there. But for what purpose you are using that, right? What objective of that particular coding, that is also important. So I want to clear about that all thoughts as well. So in the requirements analysis, okay, you should have the ability, okay, like obviously, okay, if you are working as a junior developer, if you are working as a interns, if you're working as a full stack developer, so obviously this is not the phase, because obviously you will be doing the requirement analysis in a different manner. But first of all, requirement analysis report need to be developed. So the project managers, the product owners, the stakeholders, the chief technical officer, right? So stakeholders means in this case the investors who like who is working on their ideas. So these fellows will sit together, have a discussion forum about that idea. I told you about ideation, and then they will produce a requirement analytical report, right? And in the in that requirement analytical report, after meeting with the stakeholders, what is the purpose of developing that solution? What should be the input, what should be the output, and what should be the process? Who are the end users for which we are writing the solution? What are the various phases? What are the various users of that? Users in the sense internal users, the administrator, admin of the user module, whether they are going with the web services at the same time, whether they are producing a software in the form of app also. So if there is an app, means obviously that app has to be of developing two types, iOS and Android. So whether the stakeholders are targeting to the iOS users, whether the stakeholders are targeting to the Android users, now to produce these both types of apps, what kind of technical expertise available over there? Are you working on the native Android or native iOS developments, or you are going for the React Native? Now React Native is a toolkit by which one developer can able to produce the two apps. The app which is compatible to the iOS, the app which is compatible to the Android devices. As you all know that nowadays not only the web applications means it is actually accessing through the browsers. So in such situations, you can access through the laptop, tablets, and the desktops. But as you know, the percent growth of the mobile devices are small in size. So for every applications right now, you're using a Google Meet, Gmeet software. So for every software or the solutions nowadays, we are expecting to have an app. So that app has to be the compatible with the iOS devices as well as Android devices. And if you are having an app, obviously it has to be have a different designs and It's not like the same designs which are applicable on the web will be applicable to the app. So these are the front ends, but ultimately these all are the fetching the services from the server only. So while producing the server, which technologies, I'm just giving an example, guys, how we do the requirement analysis. You should have a thought process of, like, I'm not discussing about any particular language. First of all, these all the questions need to be answered, and then only we can we can we can start the development of it. Are you getting my point? So if you are developing a server, after having the entire details of the idea, what kind of features will be there, so after that, which language or which platform can provide the better services, whether it's a Python, Django, REST API framework. Nowadays, to fetching the data from the server, we are not developing the server side logic, we are developing the APIs. API means just like your functions. So you are defining the functions to process the data from the server and return the data to the calling area. So instead of writing that all the server side logic on the server, we will be developing the API. So for producing these APIs, which technologies you are using, right? If you are going for the PHP, then there are the Laravel, Coordinator, this kind of frameworks, Cake PHP. If you are going with a .NET, then ASP.NET, Java, the frameworks of the Java, like Spring Boot and all. Nowadays, we have a Python, Django, REST API framework, Node.js. These are the these are the technical stacks we are using for API developments. There are the database like a MongoDB. There are database like a PostgreSQL. There are the database like MySQL Server. So there are many. These all the technique all the technical stacks what I'm discussing about, that are having their own features and it has to be used. So which has to be used? What should be the best technical stack for producing the best results about that particular that has to be done in the requirement analysis, and the requirement analytical report is generated on that basis. It consists the feature list, it consists the users, it consists the technical stack, and at the same time it consists the WBS, work breakdown structure. This requirement analytical report, now work breakdown structures means like the sprint for the development, means from this start point, means every while developing the product, we should be knowing about everything. For this is the start date, this has to be the end date for all the features. So after completion of the entire requirement analysis, which consists that WBS also. WBS means within these 15 days we have to achieve this. After this, we have to go for this, and this all the means like uh, manpower working hours. How much means from that we'll come to know. Sometimes by this requirement analytical report, we can figure out how much cost we need to charge, the technical implications, the number of man hours required for the designing of it, for the development of it, for development of the database, for the producing of the APIs. We divide this entire phases, and from that we'll come to know these are the number of hours required for producing the app and all. We'll come to know the number of man hours required to produce the solution, and on that basis of the man hours required multiplied by the per hour cost of the developers, we can you can able to estimate the cost of that particular product. So in the software development, it is not only required about the about the analysis, but at the same time you should know that to perform this particular task, how much man hours required, how much cost you can if you are a developer you can quote the cost, or or as a investor you should know basically how much cost should I invest. Just like the product, you cannot sell any product at any cost. In the similar manner, you cannot quote any salary to anyone. Are you getting my point? Like just like if somebody asks you, okay, how much uh, you are quoting for this, it has to be the realistic touch to it. Okay, there has to be the certain formulas, there has to be the certain expressions. Okay, so in the requirement analysis, as though I am giving you the like not directly taking to any particular product, but how much you can quote for that to your investors to develop this all the products. What we are going to do, we'll make a means we cannot vaguely give any figure to that. We have to go through the requirement analysis documents, meeting with the stakeholders, the features, purpose, the technical stack implementation, the number of man hours, the number of days, considering that 8 hours per day will be the working time, right? In this manner, we firstly will come to we come to know the number of days or number of hours, then multiply the average cost for charges applicable for that particular developer, and in this manner, the costing of that solution, costing of the products we generate. So estimation of time, right? And estimation of cost, estimation of phases, estimation of everything knows to someone. He only have the ability to expertise all this stuff. You should have ability to estimate everything, right? So that part is actually we covered in the requirement analysis. So everything is defined in that, right? From the features, the technology, the manpower, WBS, work breakdown, when to do what, and when to what are the deliverables and when it will be delivered. The investors will invest it on the basis of that phases, right? So this is what about the requirement analysis phase. Then we'll go to the designs. Now, guys, here it plays a very vital role in the designs. Now, designs means you are not supposed to, just like in a primary phases. I explained that, okay, why not before writing any programs, go for the flow chart, go for the designs. Now here, designs means not the flow chart, but at the same time how by using various softwares, okay, like a Adobe or like designing tools are there many more, Corel on all these stuffs. We can design, means by designing this we give the impression to the to the investor that your solutions will be look like this. It has to be the better presentable. Most of the times, no, the software developers focus on only the coding part. Okay, I'm not working on the design sort of things. As you know that, okay, there are the professional designers are there. Now, while designing your artwork, 3D design, everybody have a role. Let us understand, if you are artistic, having artistic touch, and you can like uh, you can better design the things, better present the things. That's like the way there is a interior decors and like many professions are there. In the similar manner, in the web designing, in the app design, you can explore your artistic way and design the thing. There is nothing coding required. You can even draw the designs on the blank pages also, right? And after that, by using various design tools, you can create the designs. There is a design for the login, there is design for the registration, there is a design for the dashboard, there is design for all the interfaces. So that after completion of the entire requirement analysis, the phases starts for the designs, and that designs need to be approved again from the stakeholders, right? And once that all the skins for the app, all the skins for the UI, for the web, at the same time, while designing, you should be have a responsive designs, responsive in the sense, because nowadays every visual devices on which this application is going to publish or appear, you cannot fix it in the specific size. Display devices I'm talking about. So responsiveness means it should, that solution have ability to adopt that size of the device and appears over there. That is called as responsiveness. So that all the designs you have to produce in such a manner, and once you appreciate with the designs, then the process start of a development. Now in the requirement analysis, what technical stack need to be used for a front end development, for the back end development, for the database development, for the API development, that is already defined. So you'll be get hired if you are a front end developer, and front end developer design through React, front end developer design through Angular. You'll be hired as per as per the expertise, and then whatever the designs is already given to you, you should be able to develop a UI out of it. And then if you are a backend developer, you'll be started producing the like database designs, UI designs, and database designs are there. Database designs, you can go for the data table schema and the tabular relationships, and then you can produce the APIs, application programming interface. At the same time, backend coder will be responsible for developing a dashboard for admin, right? So front end developer will develop a front end, and whatever the API is given by the backend developer, they will integrate. As I said, what is API? APIs are the functions, like a functions which runs on the server, manipulate with the database, and return the result to the client area. Means for this example, if you are inputting if you develop an interface for user login, you have to enter the login ID and the password and hit enter. So there is a API call, login API call. So these data of the login ID and the password goes to the server. This API, what this API will do is, there is a logic in the API written in such a manner that whatever the inputs get by the user, or the rather here in this case post by the user, it will validate that data in the database and return the true or false values. If true, login success; if false, login fail. This is in this manner. So as you are right now not much aware about the API, you can understand it's a server side function which gets a call from the client side, and you pass on some arguments. It will process on the server and get back with the results. So in the development, UI development, front end development, back end development. In the back end development, I told you about, like we have to develop a database structure, tabular relationship, and develop the APIs and produce the admin console. This may be the responsibilities of it. And then as all these APIs are there, that all the APIs you have to prepare an API document, right? So in this API document, how to use that all the API, login API, sign up API, all these APIs, and these APIs one can test directly on the Postman. Now Postman is a tool, API testing tool. So these all the functions you can test as per the inputs. So backend developer should have the ability not only to produce the APIs, but like he can able to produce the documents so that like one can test it. So as a UI and front end designer, these guys are testing the APIs and then integrate to your UI. So web client, web server, and the database server. This is called as three-tier architecture. So to produce this three-tier architecture, UI development, backend development, and the database development, that all plays a role. And in this manner, the services of web will be completed. The same goes with the app development. If you are a React Native developer or you are a native Android or native iOS developer, what you have to do, as per the designs of the skills given to you, you have to produce the UI front end for the mobile applications, and then you can that APIs which are given to you for perform login, sign up, and all the stuffs, because like that the same APIs which are useful for the web, the same APIs will be useful for the app development as well. So that APIs you can integrate to your app, and then your app will start functioning accordingly. Just try and understand one point, that without server side coding and the APIs, your app will not go to produce anything else. App is just your front end, right? App is a application which runs on the mobile device, which is acting as a thin client. It don't Thin client means small in size, small in memory, small processing unit. So it has to mostly depend on the server. So without server, without backend coding on the server, without APIs from the server, your app is nothing, right? So backend API development, backend coding. Now these like APIs, you can produce in all the languages, but the best API development tools or the platforms what we are using, Mern and Mean, where the Node.js we are using. We can use Python, Django, REST API framework. If you are a PHP, Laravel also you can use it. Java also you can use it. .NET also you can use it to produce the APIs. APIs means the list of the functions, right, which has to be triggered from the client to end, and that data will be processed on the server and generate the response for the client. So in this manner, the development has to be completed. And once the development will be completed with all the phases, as I told you about the WBS, work breakdown, time management need to be a key in the development process. Every developer should have the ability. Now developer doesn't, again I'm saying developer means we are focusing only the, not like that, okay. As I my motive of this entire session is to convey you that there is not only the development, there are a lot of other things that like in the product, right from the retailer to like the wholesaler to like sales agent to manufacturer to, there are many more steps are there. that we are aware about, in the similar manner that all the phases, all the entities are still there in the software as well. It's a product. So there is no role of only one individual. It's a like many skills and many phases are there in the software production as well, right? Okay. So after requirement analysis, after designs, after development, the way I am elaborating, then it's time to come for the testing. Now it plays a again very vital role, right? You should have an ability to test. Means if requirement analytical report is in front of you, developer develop the functionality for the web. Now as a tester, if you are tester means nowadays we are we are not saying tester but the quality analyzers or quality analyst. So these professionals will test the entire applications, but for that, for testing certain things also, you need to go through the entire requirement analytical report. You should be aware about the designs, and then you can test every feature of the web as well as app. If you are testing the web, then obviously you need to cross verify the designs, right? You have to cross verify the requirement analysis, what is the feature and what is the outcome of that feature, and then you need to test it, and you need to able to produce the document for the testing. And if you find certain features are not up to the mark or not up to the requirement analysis or not up to the not as per the designs, then you need to report it to the developer so that they can debug it. So testing of web, testing of a app, obviously for the testing reasons, the app developers will produce the APK for Android and IPK for iOS. So you have to install it, you have to test it and develop a testing report. So as we are as in the software development, only the tested results should be like goes for the deployment and all. So before that, it's a rigorous testing required, unit testing. I'll give you the like one idea about how we are nowadays going with the agile way of development. Agile way of development. Now agile means by using the various softwares, we are doing this all the phases. For the requirement analysis, we are doing a sprint planning. Now what is sprint planning means? We are sitting with the stakeholders and investors, and we drag out the backlogs. Okay, means this start date to this start date may be of 15-day sprint or 1 week sprint or 1 month sprint. Most of the time it will be 15-day sprints. Within this 15-day sprints, that all the backlogs means the topics which you have to develop sort of, that all the backlogs will be bring to front. Okay, these backlogs for the 15 days team is working. That backlogs may be related to the UI, that backlogs may be related to the features related to the backend or any other. So product owner and the project managers will sit together and make a list of that other backlogs. That in every backlog there is a user story. Means what will be the feature of that entire like task list or that particular task. What will be the input, what to be done, and what should be the output, what is the acceptance criteria. Means after working on it, if it produce this kind of features, then it will be accepted sort of. So in this manner, the sprint planning will be there, and then the next phase is of a sprint execution, right? Means we execute that sprint over there. So every task which is performed, we have an estimation of a total number of hours required, expertise required, and that project manager will allocate that task to his developer, right? To the specific developer, get it completed in that number of hours over there. So so project manager have to monitor, control that all the task and get it done from that developer. And then once that task is completed, it has to be passed on to the quality analyst. Now that quality analyst, again, as per the definition of that task, right, as per the acceptance criteria, as per the feature list, that quality analyst will test that task, and once it is tested well, if it is not, then it will be asked to debug. If it is tested, then it will be diverted to the acceptance criteria, and it will be accepted by the, if it is everything is okay, then it will be accepted by the product owner or the stakeholders, and then it will go to the, there are, because in case of agile, okay, there is a testing server, there is a demonstrative server, and there is a production server. So you might be heard about the DevOps means that all the products and the tasks performed by the, means how it's happening. First of all, developer have to take a clone of the project by using GitHub. Then they will produce that addition, that updates as per the task list, and they will push the code, that they push the code in the respective branch, and from their respective branch, okay, it has to be updated into the main branch, and through that CI/CD pipeline, that is called as DevOps, to that CI/CD pipeline, it goes to the testing, demonstration, and the productions. I mean, there are three different servers are there. If you are using the services of AWS or any other services over there, so in this manner, every, like that entire phases, means developer have to take a clone, update it, everything remotely done, right? Through GitHub will play a role over there. GitHub is a version control software. So if 4 or 5 developers can work on the many features, and they can merge together, and that merged code, that acceptance criteria accepted code will be go to the testing and productions over there. So you'll come to know about this, all the stuffs about the DevOps operations later on also. So that testing, okay, is plays a very vital role. Debugging means if a tester, quality analyst finds some difficulties, or your solution is not matching the requirement analysis, not matching the designs, not providing the appropriate results, then it has to be debugged before actually going to the deployment. Now deployment means deployed on the server, so that everyone can test it, stakeholders can test it, or the product owner can test it on the production server, and which is already analyzed, which is already approved as per the acceptance criteria from the quality analyst, right? So now guys, just try and understand, whenever we are thinking as a software product, there is no only one kind of professional required. There are many more. You should be know the job responsibility of product owner, project owner. Again, is a project owner is not a not a investor. Okay, he is responsible to own that particular like he is binded with the responsibilities to provide the deliverables to the stakeholders. Project manager, chief technical officer, full stack developer, who is a full stack developers mostly it is having a senior positions. Then there is a mid level UI developers, designers, quality analyst, right? DevOps engineer, server who will be responsible for this server side operations. These entire fellows, skillful fellows, having the requirement to complete the entire software as a product developer. So it doesn't mean that only the coding, but at the same time, as I told you, that right from the idea generations to right from the requirement analysis, right from the designs to development, testing, deployment, and there is another key area after deployment also, because this is the product. So every product and every services has to maintain, because you cannot complete everything at one stroke. It has to be again, some updates will be there while using that softwares and while using that solutions. It's a continuous process. Again, you need to modify it, update it, and then it's a maintenance phase will be started. So you need to work it out. These all the you should be know as you are starting your career. First of all, we should be understanding where I will be good at, right? So everybody have the importance in the software development. It doesn't mean that if you are working as a designer, you don't have a role or you don't have an importance. Only the coding part, having coders are there, they also they only know they only have the much important in the software. It doesn't like that, right? Every phase is important. Every professional, skillful professional, obviously if you are a tester, if you're a server side like deployer or server side admin, okay, you should know about your own responsibility for designing. You should know your own responsibility if you are a project manager, junior project manager, CTO. Everyone should be best at their own skills, and then only they can able to achieve the best in the software, right? So this is about the software as a product and then software development life cycle. Hope you understand about this entire feature, and these all the feature list I had given to you. So now I believe, okay, after understanding this SDLC and all, now forum is open for you. You can ask me the question or whatever the question list Rahul provided to you. You can ask that question so that I can answer it face by face manner. You are open to ask the questions on the SDLC also, or how you can enhance, because most of the times how we can enhance any particular skills, how to be a skillful, that is also the questions. As per my analysis, these skills we need to earn, we need to expertise, you need to practice. So to practice certain things, you need to be into that problem definitions, you need to be into that forum, you should be into that environment. Sitting ideal aloof or running away from the problem definitions won't serve the purpose, won't enhance your skills. You need to be into the forum, you need to into that environment. You should be have that all the culture like, because going behind the like beside you everything, then you can you can enhance your skills. right? So this is what exactly from related to the software development life cycle. Now forum is open for you. You can ask the questions to me so that I can answer it as per the your questions over there. Yes, guys. Any questions you would like to ask? Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I got you, I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I understand your questions. And yes, yes, exactly. Now, like, look, in the in case of dealing in the interviews, while dealing with the interviews, like, look, what you are what they are expecting, that you have to present first. It means if you are if you are creating your resume, don't like specify, because like everyone, like, just it's a very easy expectations are there. Everyone, if you are an investor, then what you will expect from others? Okay, I will be hire my money, I'll be banking on those fellows who are the experts in that particular position, in that particular skills. What I mean basically, okay, you need to, if you you need to express in such a way that their focus should not be on your gap, what you developed over there. Are you getting my point? What, as you are saying, and you are showcasing them, there is a gap. That's why there is they get notified about the gaps. Why not you produce a resume which don't consist anything else about you? You talk about the experience. Don't talk, don't even specify internship, because right now internship, they are thinking, okay, they are the, it's like a training, though internship is a on job training. Are you getting me? Why not you specify in your resume, instead of entire like academic details should be last. Okay, but the first thing is working as trainee software engineer or software engineer for Axiom Tech Guru Private Limited, and these are the projects I undergone through, and these are the skills I am having. Are you getting a point? Because obviously, if I say that I pass out in 2013, and like, okay, right now I'm trying to like pursue a software career, so obviously everyone have a question in the mind, okay, because there is a huge gap, and after that now she's either learning phase also. Whether if, and no one is going to ask this, believe me one thing, if you are a, if I am an interviewer, and then I want to take an interview of yours, okay, so obviously I'll be looking for that skills, whether she or he is having that skills or not. Are you getting me? So, from which engineering college you are graduated from, what is the year of graduations, and everything that matters, but that not has to be on the priority, because they are looking for the experienced one, not for the, like, you are not going for the campus interviews, where what is the 10% and 12% matters. Are you getting my point? So your key features has to be on the top. Even in the resume, if you not specify all these like, weaknesses, because obviously if somebody says, okay, these things, and at a highlighted point, if somebody asks you, you can have a better answer to justify that, like justify that gap also. Are you getting my point? So you should have, because how you handle the queries, how you promote yourself, okay, that is the main area. Your resume should be the document which will be promoting you on your skills and the experience. And why is there is any abstract or the format given for the resume? If it is given, that is different reason, but if it is not, why to present it? You develop a resume in such a manner that you talk about the technical skills they are hiring. Just understand one point, that they are hiring you for your skills, and if you have the adequate skills, there is no other questions remains over there. Are you getting my point? There you will find the fellows, you will find the companies who can bank on your skills, not about that all the academics, whether how much percentile you got in the 10th and 12th, and like how much gap you developed over there. They on the basis of the present skills and the projects and the expertise and the confidence you are having over there, you will certainly able to find out the good jobs in the market, right? Okay. Okay, so any other questions? Okay, okay. Hey guys. Okay, so let's say, as you are, don't have a questions, I'll just go to the queries related what Rahul has mentioned uh, in the email. How can I build my strengths, right? So, like, look guys, there is no any such formula for building the strength. Okay, but like, that somebody communicates well, somebody narrates the story well, somebody narrates like somebody is good at. So you have to find out your own strengths. Are you getting my point? Okay, it is not like that every skills are available in everyone else. It is not like that, and it will never happen. But we have to like, take an example of all five fingers are not of a same size, are not having the same strength also. In the similar manner, everyone is not have a equal strengths, but we are all expecting from others that everybody should have a common strength, sort of, or everybody should have ever. So what I mean, first of all, there is a good introspection required, where I am good at. Okay, and then you need to nourish that particular strength in up to the level, so that at least, okay, you develop your identity, that whenever Pallavi come in front, okay, oh, she is good at this thing, like, sort of. So that strength you need to identify, you need to work it on. You should be obviously, as I told you, if you want to flourish yourself or have a great career in the software, you should be a good analyzer, right? You should be many things are there, punctuality. Okay, you can able to demonstrate well, presentations, analytical skills, developmental skills, that all matters. So where you are good at, you need to introspect and just add more in it, and try and like, to answer to that query of a Pallavi over there, we should know what not to disclose sometimes. Are you getting my point? We should know that, okay, why not I will why should we discuss about the weaknesses? One should not know the weakness of yours, so that otherwise they like, everybody will not help you out to overcome that weakness, but rather they will take an opportunity that of your weaknesses, and then probably they will put you in trouble. So rather than, why not develop a mechanism where one cannot find out what exactly the like weaknesses lies in us, sort of. Okay, so you identify your own strengths, right, and just like work it on that, and build build a strength in such a manner that, okay, you will be identified, you can make your identity by that sense over there. So how I can improve my weakness? Obviously, as I told you, okay, it's not a god gifted or by birth over there many skills. Okay, you need to practice well. I strongly believe that to expertise, to master in some skills, right? Do you know that, okay, like, you should be working on the 10,000 hours for that. The look at the Olympic gold medals. We find that okay, it's a 5 minutes event. It's not like that, but like for that 5 minutes event, they might be practicing for last 15 years. So if you read from the psychologists, they'll think that okay, the things which you can practice for 10,000 hours, then only you can consider you are expert in that sort of. So improving the weaknesses means okay, obviously where I am not that good. Okay, weakness doesn't mean like you haven't practiced it much. So if you practice it much, you can at least justify that. You know that how to overcome, because on every subject you may not score 100%. Okay, some subjects you may score more, some subjects well, maybe the week over there. What you have to do, you have to give that particular thing more time, and you should at least qualify in the good flying colors over there. That's all. You have to practice more. You have to first of all understand that okay, this is my the biggest challenge is you need to identify that weakness, identify that area, identify where I am weak at, and accept it, right? And motivate yourself to practice it for the better reasons, right? So this is what I can recommend on that. Then the next question was, what is the current job market in for my industry? I told you, okay, IT means information technology. This entire right now we are moving towards the data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning. We can train the machines. We can have artificial intelligence. So obviously, in IT industry, the transitions can be it will be transit from one part to another part. But IT industry is not going to isolate. You know very well about that. For every reason, okay, there is a logic of computerized brain is required. So for that reason, okay, in the SDLC I explain you every phase, okay, and every phase have a expertise and skills required over there. So you should have an adequate skill. First of all, right now, as you not identify your skills where you are good at, so don't go for any specializations right now. Okay, you should be generic. Okay, which your opportunity you will you should able to accept entire any opportunity you get from the industry. As I told you, you develop a resume, you develop a video resume, you develop in such a manner that okay, you put you should have your LinkedIn and uh, 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 where is the forum of the professionals. Your resume should be available over there, so that at least you can get many opportunities, and what you are expertise in, that all the data should be passed on to the to the requesting investors, and then they will able to they will able to provide you the opportunities, right? So how can I make myself stand out against competitors? Obviously, okay, there is like okay, you don't have to think about the competitors. Okay, you have to just develop a unique selling potential in you, the ideas in you. You work for yourself. You should be a competitor of your own. Okay, so like if you stand out and deliver, and like if you introspect yourself where I'm good at, and like what should I, whenever there is an opportunity, you take everything as an opportunity. If somebody asks you to present something, take it as an opportunity, don't take it as an overburden. Okay, because it's like you're developing an ability to prove yourself the best. So forget about the other competitors. You should compete to yourself and just overcome that all the limitations, if any, you find over there, and then be honest about the accepting that okay, I'm not good at particular thing, I have to work it out. As I told you, this is not going to get you as a by birth skills. Okay, you have to practice it, right? And I had given an example, 10,000 hour practice only make you a master. And then that to like practice means not a bad practice. Practice makes man's perfect, that is okay, but at the same time, perfect practice or the best practice, if you are doing the gripping with a bad practice, okay, yeah, if you are just like closed down, you're in your room and like okay, saying I'm studying, and then giving an impression to your entire family that I'm studying hard, but like you like nobody's going to watch you over there, and then they're under the impression that you're studying hard and with a concentration, and then inside the room you are sleeping over there. So it doesn't mean you like don't showcase something to someone, don't do something to showcase someone. In the sense, okay, you introspect yourself, honestly do the good practice, and certainly you'll get the results out of it. right? How can I optimize my time while learning? Obviously, okay, this is the key feature. Punctualizations, everybody likes it, believe me. If you are punctual enough, because these are the abilities we don't require like what I can say, the great intellectual quotients, right? Being a punctual, do you require a logic or the brain? No. You should be serious enough about the time planning. So be punctual, and like be estimations, okay, that how much time it will take, and then try to perform it. University will not give you the liberty to complete the papers in 12 hours. There has to be time limit, right? So everything have a time over there. So like start and end need to be there has to be the finite, and you should be well aware about that. You should be completing and providing the solutions, or completing that thing in a specific time. Everybody likes this. Be punctual, like okay, start a day on that particular time, okay, and end it on the proper time. That will be the great makes you a great professional. So you need to, there is no nothing rules sort of things are there. But if there is any assignments, there is any task, okay, be punctual. Time, manage your time. Everybody will get the 24 hours. Okay, you plan, though it's a small professional or the bigger professional even, so that they have to plan everything accordingly, right? So I believe, okay, time management is a key area, and believe me one thing, okay, be on the time, and at the same time complete all the things on the time, and like it gives you the, it makes you the next level of professional, and then it impresses a lot, right? So it doesn't mean that okay, you have a great logic, and you have a great personality, and then that make impressive. No, sometimes this there's punctuality, time, and like timely deliverable solutions, and you should be honest about that estimation of all. That also impresses the stakeholders and investors over there. Where I can find more information about my internet career, you should be discussing with the, you should go through the social media. Don't again and you should discussing about your friend, and you should be discussing about your like obviously you should able to find out your own role model, and ask the questions. Everybody will be if you are a good, like friendly, and a good gestures about everything, and if you find out the good professional friends, obviously everybody will be there to help you out, right? So LinkedIn and social medias, and instead of using that only for the purpose of posting selfies and all these stuff, so probably okay, you can have a network which will boost you. Okay, stay away from those failures who makes you negative, who program you negatively over there. Stay and form association of those failures who can boost you, who can give you the proper guidance, okay, who can enhance your moral, okay, boost your moral. That kind of things will be there, and then certainly you'll find such failures as a role model, and obviously you will be get motivated while talking with that sort of. How can I best network in the modern themes? Okay, obviously, as I told you, okay, if you are good enough, and if you are in a search of to achieve the meritorious things, the first thing what is required, that is you should be a part of a good association, right? Because like to if you are aloof, okay, obviously you'll be your moral will be down, and like if you are discussing with the things, okay, with the negative fellows, so they'll make you negative. So be positive, be with the positive fellows, and then be with those fellows, okay, who have a common agenda sort of. Okay, how to find out the good individuals and the role model? It's very simple. Okay, be with them who have a common goal. So first of all, you identify your common goals, and if you find the individuals who are also careeristic goals, and then they're discussing about the positive things and positive aspects of the career, and then so identify those people and be with them, and ignore that all the fellas, okay, who don't want to be the moral booster, or like they can't motivate you. So it's very easy. It's a human psychology. We know that, okay, by interacting with whom, and by associating with whom we can motivate ourselves. So find out those individuals. Then this entire energy, believe it's a matter of energy. So that entire thought process, okay, that energy, if a entire environment is beside you, okay, which is positive enough and which will always motivate enough to do certain things, obviously that associations will boost you, and then you can achieve the best, and as well as miraculous thing in your life, professional life over there. How can I prepare for upcoming interviews? As I told you guys, okay, there is no nothing. Okay, you interview means what? It's an internal view. They want to know about you, so I should have a ability where I how I can present myself, okay, what where I am best at. I should have the ability to drag the conversations in my meritorious, in my positive areas over there. Okay, so questionnaire, whatever the questions they'll ask, you should have answer, and at the same time you should have ability to to dominate rather than to present yourself the best at sort of, or to okay, drive out that particular discussions to the areas where you are best at. So that is what the best interview, I believe. And then as an interviewer, they are checking your confidence, they are checking your, they're not asking okay, exam type of questions which you are supposed to answer. As an experienced individual, okay, you should be able to talk. First of all, you should be able to talk about that particular topic in a proper manner. You should be practicing about it, what to talk and what not to talk, and at the same time how to present. Okay, these all skills will really matter. Interview, again I'm saying, okay, it's a introspections about I'm interviewing, okay, what kind of confidence, because most of the time while discussing only with someone, you will know the confidence, the voice modulations, that the authority about that particular topic. This is the things what people are trying to know from your end over there, right? So everyone knows about that. They're not going to ask you some sort of question about technical. That is the primary thing. But how authority you are showcasing in that particular area, and your projects, your experience, your culture, your way. So these all professional culture and ideas about the professionalism. These all things you need to able to express in a good way, proper way, so that you can able to impress. Again, I'm using the word called as impress. You should able to impress to the stakeholders, or the so that they can invest on you. They should able to find out the unique things available in you, and then they should get the confidence that you can able to deal the problem well, and you can able to provide them those better solutions. And with your associations, and with your if they hire you, okay, they will get some benefits out of it. That kind of positive things need to be conveyed to them, and then only your chances of getting opted are much more. So rest are the things are I believe, okay, these are the common things are there. Okay, I don't want to miss that there are those common things about the job experience and resources available to me, and focus on. So these all the common topics, what actually need to be worked on. So I believe, okay, I had given you the enough like discussions about these all the things. I'm here not to teach you guys. I'm giving you the guidance. Okay, this is the way probably you can explore your good software career. So I believe, okay, by getting the ideas about the SDLC software development lifecycle, at the same time the queries which is actually posted by Rahul. Okay, so you get the idea how we can promote yourself as a good software engineer. And software engineer, as I told you, not doesn't mean that only the having the developmental abilities, but there are a lot of other areas also you can enhance, and then you can showcase, and you can back the good opportunity. Here, experience plays a very vital role. There are in Indian market, if I analyze, there are two ways to get a good position in the IT companies. One is get opted in the campus, but in the campus they are just only focused on the 10, 12th marks, and that's it. That's certain aptitude test, and that is the criteria for going for the campus. And we all are well aware about that how much like campus placement will benefits to all of us. So it's a very less percentage people will get benefits, and then those companies who opted them in the campus, they only provide take the responsibility to train them for the technical aspects. But if you not get opted from the campus, then the next one is, okay, you should enhance your own skills. So you should able to showcase the academics, as well as most of the time you should able to showcase the projects experience and the skills, right? So right now you update your resume in such a manner that they are not you believe me, okay, right from my 25 years of experience in IT, we are not looking for those fellows who are good at only academics. Okay, if you are having great academics, that is good, but that is not the only thing. Okay, we are looking for those skillful fellows who can able to resolve the problems, who can able to showcase the solutions, who showcase the ability to derive the solutions, which are, one should able to have a how you can showcase that by showcasing the projects, by showcasing the experience, by showcasing the you was on the part of that particular forum where these all the skills I enhance, I update, and I get an opportunity. These skills cannot be earned just by learning. If I say, okay, I learn by PDF, and I learn by someone, I learn in the tuition class. No, it won't able to give you the weightage, or the industry from the industrial standard, they will not opt you over there. You have to enhance these all the skills while working it. Okay, so you should be a part of the development team, you should be a part of the project, you should be knowing about this all the stakeholders requirement analysis, UI designing, and everything, what are the SDLC thing I'm talking about. Then only you can able to able to prove your abilities for that particular development skill. So this is what exactly needed. Showcase the experience, showcase the projects, right? Then only your chances of getting opted are more over there. That's it for my side, guys. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask, or otherwise we'll wind up this session for a day. Any questions, guys? Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.